So I'm catching up with healing evangelist John Mellor, and I remember interviewing him years ago about his book Miracles in the Dust, and he's a great man of God. Used to be a pastor for many years, now travels all over the world, been on TV and ministering all throughout Europe recently as well. John, we just went to this incredible meeting tonight with Manny Pacquiao and Pastor Dudley from the US and a whole bunch of pastors from the Philippines. What were your thoughts of tonight's meeting?
I thought it was absolutely outstanding that the man of the standard of Manny could be so humble to come to talk to us here tonight when he can draw multiple tens of thousands of people. And I was fortunate tonight. I had a chance to shake his hand. I prayed for his pastor, bodyguard, and all the totally healed. It's an awesome night, but inspirational about the man's humility. And I think it's a powerful key, Matt, about the humility of Jesus and how we see that displayed in Manny and what he does. He's a multi-millionaire. He's a senator. But yet he can humble himself to come to a small group of people and just encourage people. I find that outstanding.
It's good. Now, mate, you've been in ministry for a long time now. Whereabouts were you pastoring for years?
I was pastoring in Catherine for about 4 years, 4 to 5 years in the Northern Territory. That's where I began, and that's where I began to see miracles. And they haven't stopped after all these years. That was going back 23 years now. I've been seeing people healed.
I've had you come to my church a couple of times, and the numbers always swell. We always get people from all over the place wanting to come and get prayer. But the other big thing is a lot of people get saved in your meetings too. I mean, we saw 30 people saved tonight. That was an incredible meeting tonight. But I know you've got a heart to win souls as well as to see the sick healed. If people want to see you, have you got any upcoming meetings in Australia?
Oh, yeah. If they go to our website, John Mellor Ministries, just do a Google and you'll see the itinerary. And our next meeting coming up is going to be in Melbourne. We've got 4 meetings in Melbourne. They'll be outstanding. And after Melbourne, we go to Sunshine Coast at Nambour. And 4 meetings there. Then we go to down to Coffs Harbour. We go to a Baptist church, would you believe? A really great Baptist church down Coffs Harbour. Then we go to Albury. Then we're off to our European trip, and we go to Destiny Church in Edinburgh. If people listening got friends or relatives in Europe, we go into Edinburgh. Then we go into outside Dublin, Bray. We go to Armagh, outside Belfast, in the island, and then we go down to Torquay, good old-fashioned Cornwall, and then we're going to the Bath City Church, do the meeting from Bath City Church. Then it goes on and on. We go up to Scotland, Inverness, Peterhead. We go then we go to Switzerland. Then we go to Worthing, and this year again I'll be on TBN doing an interview with them, and they can find that be streamed live. That they look up John Mellor TBN, they see the last year's program, but also next year's program will be available probably by the end of October. So, but the main thing, Matt, is to, like you said, people coming to know Jesus, and the most important thing is that He's alive, and God uses believers, not just me, but people who believe can reach out, and we can lay hands on the sick, and we can see them healed. And God bless you, Matt, on your faithfulness and your ministry and what you're doing for God. Good on you, mate. And I hear you're preaching too. You're travelling around lately.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying to John, I've done a few trips to Cairns and Albury, and I'm going to Broken Hill in a couple of weeks, and I said to my wife, I'm feeling a bit like John Mellor, getting all over the place. But John, the other cool thing I wanted to mention was, when you came to my church a while back, we were on a current affair, and I remember that was a great story. But remember that other story? You prayed for one of the current affair reporters, and he actually got healed, didn't he? And Tracy Grimshaw on national TV said he's still healed.
Yeah, well, that was one time on current affair, but the following time at your church, they had the guy from Griffith University, a doctor of philosophy, and he was the head of the Queensland Skeptic Association, and current affair planted him, hoping to expose me as a fraud. But the man began to improve after he got, and he says, "I feel better. I'm feeling better." And I actually followed that through. And the head guy of the Skeptic Association in UK scolded him on his blog and said, "How dare you go on Australian national television and tell people you got better after prayer? You're not supposed to do that." And so it's great when God heals skeptics and God heals atheists, because the world's got to see that Jesus is alive. And I want to encourage people: if you want to see a miracle Get our YouTube site. In fact, go on YouTube, put in John Mellor, whatever condition, whether it's wheelchair bound, or whether it's fibromyalgia, or whether it's frozen limbs, or blindness, or deafness, whatever it is. We've got more than 6,000 clips of miracles. And in fact, just the last few meetings I've had, we've said blind people healed. Just blind people, totally blind. We recently were down at Raymond Terrace, and a guy came out totally blind. The wife let him out after prayer. His eyes went from a creamy colour to normal colour. His wife broke down crying. He could see his wife. I mean, it's just wonderful to see that Jesus is alive. And I want to encourage people that if he can touch others, he can touch you. You reach out to him, cry out to him. God is a faithful God.
Amen. Thank you, John. God bless you, mate.
God bless you, Matt.